What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Weekends Warrior Disc Golf Podcast. My name is Ty, and as always, I have Kyle here with me, and this is our Thanksgiving special here, dropping the day before Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. You're probably listening to this driving to your guys' family Thanksgiving, or you're at work beforehand, or whatever it is. Just welcome, happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully, you get to have some amazing food. Um, of your choice. But before we do anything, obviously, we have a sponsor read from Gravity Disc Golf. So, Gravity Disc Golf exists to exceed your out of this world expectation with unparalleled custom designs, disc, and apparel. Gravity is creating an atmosphere where disc golfers can enjoy every aspect of disc golf while blasting off with space themed designs. No matter what you throw, Gravity has designs on almost every manufacturer and can make your game look great. They offer free shipping on orders over $75, and John includes a very nice note to each customer. Please make sure you check them out at gravitydiscgolf.com to complete your bag. And let me tell you, they are out of this world. Definitely, they're about to drop a Black Friday sale going on. They just changed their cover art on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not sure what they're going to be entailing. I don't know if it's going to be mystery boxes. I don't know if it's going to be like discount priced for the actual disc, but definitely make sure to check them out at gravitydiscgolf.com to see those amazing deals coming up on Friday. Obviously, there are several options, but most importantly, please just go check it out. They did also drop new apparel, some beanies, some cool hats, some new shirts. So definitely go check that out as well. But other than that, Kyle, what is going on before we get too far into this pod?
Not a whole lot. Doing pretty good. As you said, getting ready for the holidays. I have one more day of work, then I have Thursday off, of course, because it's Thanksgiving. Then I go back to work on Friday because
Nice.
packages never stop. Um,
You just never stop.
so we have that going on, and then yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the holidays.
It's kind of that weirdness of I really didn't want to do anything this week. We are actually heading to Texas to see the others, Melissa and them. So we're traveling tomorrow, and yeah, I mean that's gonna be well, I'll be there from tomorrow to Monday, really coming back. So definitely a little bit of, oh, yeah, it's a nice good little vacation, but I'm definitely bringing work with me, obviously, because luckily enough, I'm able to just bring a laptop and just edit whenever I need to. But I'm definitely bringing my bag and my gear because let me tell you, Kyle, your boy is not going to Texas without trying a course. So definitely make sure you are paying attention on my feed because I will be doing a playthrough, at least one playthrough for a local course near Melissa and Cody. So
Hmm.
definitely make sure you check that out when that is dropped because that is my next thing that I will be dropping before I start really hyper focusing on my series that I'm going to be working on really hard on. So that's going to be a lot of. I'm telling you, dude. I'm gonna try to make this the best series as possible. Hopefully, it will blow up and people will share and share it and stuff like that because I'm definitely going to put a lot of like effort into this series and I'm really excited for it. I've been working on a lot of pre-production on it just to make sure everything is looking good. So I definitely want to make this as best as possible for everybody. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a fun little playthrough for at least some sort of course in Texas, and yeah, I'm very excited for that.
That is super exciting. I can't wait to see that, especially because it's in Texas. So,
Yeah,
I'm not sure which courses are near Cody.
I'm
Um,
gonna just gonna get there. Once I get there, I'm gonna just UDisc it
but
and
yep.
see which is the closest, and I'm just gonna just do one of those situations.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's close by Waco or anything because that would be sick. I would
No,
love to see that.
I think I did. I think I did do like how far are they? And I think they're roughly like almost 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like it's pretty deep. I mean, obviously Texas is large, so
Right, right.
um but I do know I'm in like they're technically near like what's called Denton, Texas, but they're
Hmm.
technically, I think, roughly 25-30 minutes out of Dallas. So they're pretty much in a good suburban-ish area where there should be a few choices. So,
Hmm.
um, and I don't know. Maybe there might be like a little tournament happening on Saturday or Sunday that I'll just kind of swoop in. It's like a last minute, like little turkey trot
Yep, yep.
tournament or something. I
Oh,
haven't thought about that. Honestly, I probably won't. I'll probably just play around just for funsies, but
hmm.
and just make content. But I don't know. We might do something fun.
Right.
But, but yeah, let's
Doesn't
get right
ever
into
hurt
it,
to
man. We got
look.
I
So
got three things for us. First one is definitely let's go through what you've been doing for the past couple days now. So we have final news for Kyle. He's finally now has a camera,
I don't have
and
it by me, but yes, I do.
yes, you have a camera, and you have been working and asking tons of questions, but you did decide to film a video today. So definitely I always want to just kind of talk about it, breakdown, stuff like that, especially you. Obviously you have camera experience, obviously, because you did do a bit of photography in your past. I know you have more of Canon experience, but obviously now you're shooting on a
Hmm.
Fiji. Am I saying that right? Fiji?
I
Is
would
it
say Fuji.
it's Fuji?
Everybody says it different. Like I
Yeah.
say it Fuji film. Others say
Yeah.
Fiji film. Like I don't know. I think
Yeah, I
there's
don't
like
know if it's
18
Fiji
different
or
ways.
Fuji, but whatever. It regardless, it's that. And so you have one of those. And I definitely want to just hear kind of like as people that are wanting to create more content for their own YouTube or Instagram or whatever, like how was that process from switching to a phone to a camera? What has been some difficulties of it, of like what are you trying to do type of situation, like is have you had some difficulties recording and stuff, and because it's definitely different compared to your phone,
Hmm.
so
Not sure. I will be checking the footage. This little bit of footage I did watch did seem pretty good. Obviously I gotta throw like a. I'm thinking about just getting on to because I know their Fuji actually has on their website uh let like a couple of what's already, and they're actually really damn good. And I might just snatch one of those throw on there. I do know there's a couple of sites I can also look at if I absolutely have to, because I did film in a more monotone just to, that way I can really
Mhm.
pop the color a little bit better. Um, from what I was looking on the video itself, footage wise, it seemed like it turned out pretty good. I'm actually uploading the files now. It's about 96%. So onto my
Doing that.
computer. That way I can get to editing at some point this week. So that way Monday we're good to go. Um I did the biggest thing is just getting a mic for this. Um but that shouldn't be too bad because when I recorded though, so what I actually did was I used, of course, the mic. I used the voice memos that you mentioned on the phone
Yeah.
with my mic to record. I still had my mic slightly on the camera. So when I go to upload the audio for my camera, I can kind of mash it up as it is because I could slightly hear myself through the camera, so I could really tone it down. And you'll see me do little gestures too
Mhm.
in the footage to kind of represent like, oh, I said this at this time.
Yeah.
Because like I'll go like hold two, and like as I'm pointing back at the camera like this or like this, like when I say the whole number, kind of like trick, a little mind thing, like I know what I'm looking for, be like, oh, it
Yeah.
matches up here. Um,
So also, I'm sorry to cut you off, but there should be, I gotta see if because you edit off of DaVinci, correct?
I do edit off of
Okay,
DaVinci.
so I don't know if they actually have it or not, but if it does, I could look and see if it does. But at least Adobe Premiere, what they have is, um, sorry guys, we're gonna go on a tangent real fast on camera stuff. So I apologize. If you want to fast forward, go right ahead. But if you want to learn more, obviously listen to this quick 5 minutes. But what I would Premiere, what they have you is you put your camera on the timeline, but then you put your audio, your outbound audio, whatever that is. So that is your phone audio that you did with the memo.
Hmm.
If you put that under your camera, image and audio on the timeline, technically, if you highlight both of them and right click, there should be a button option that says synchronize audio. If you click that, it should ask you which audio track you want to sync from. So, which is going to be that camera audio. And then it should actually do it for you automatically, where you don't have to manually try to find a certain spot. So, I would try to do that and see if it actually allows you to do it. If not, then you will have to do it manually. But it should be literally a simple button to be able to match the audio for you. And then what you do is once it's synced, what then you cut, because like obviously the audio is like probably like an hour long. You cut the part that you don't need, just put it off to the side because you're going to need it for later for the other holes or for the other clips at least, and you just replace your good audio on top of your actual camera audio, and it'll be able to link them together.
Right. So for the audio thing, I actually made a bunch of different little clips. So because I figured it'd be easier to have it already snipped up a little bit per
Got it.
hole. So like when I went to record, I would record the phone audio as well, like my voice
Mhm.
audio. And then when I was done, I walked back to the camera, hit stop pretty much about the same time. So they're somewhat
Mhm.
together, somewhat not, but I figured it'd be easier to have it already pre-snipped than going in there and trying to figure out like, okay, let me cut this part really quick just so
Yeah.
I can make sure this is lined up. And
Yeah. I've learned when I started to like just do things in general with my personal projects for clients and stuff, I've always got a little, I called it trigger happy, where I'd accidentally like for some reason double tap where it wasn't recording and I'll end
oh,
up not
okay.
getting the audio.
So you just let
So
it
what I
go.
did was I'll just let it go for the umpteen hours that we were doing a project, and then I'll just take the 5 hour long clip, put it in the timeline, sync it because it's literally one button, and then I'm good. So like I just do that personally because it just I sometimes get a little trigger happy and accidentally will click it multiple times. So that's just a personal preference.
Now, I will um I will see though, of course, where I'm at um
Yeah.
later on. Like if I can just sync it like that, then I will just keep my phone to the side
Oh
or in
yeah.
my pocket and just keep it going, without an issue. It's just I wasn't for sure on how exactly uh it goes, as in like length and everything else. Yeah, filmed a video though. Um, so I will be going through that, editing and getting a good idea of you know, how that all works. My next learning process of it all. Because obviously, like I said, uh, it is my first time doing it on that camera. I played around, like I said, with the Canon camera, but I'm at my Canon cameras. When did it come out? When did I say 2009? Something like that, or 11? I don't know. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So a lot of stuff has changed. Ton of stuff has changed from camera to camera and updated over the years. So going from Canon to this, it's definitely a difference, but I think it's gonna be well worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. How was the color? Like, is it pretty good? Like with what you have so far, or do you need to potentially get like an ND filter or something?
I probably would need to get an ND filter, I think. I the other thing I there's some scenes that I probably need to that were a little dark because it was getting dark. Like I said, oh my gosh, just like looking at the quality difference already.
You already tell the difference.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like I said, it's not fully color graded, of course, because it is monotoned because of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I use Chroma, I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
it was.
Which
Um,
also I forgot to mention too is I have hundreds of LUTs as well, like presets.
which be
I need to
amazing.
see if it uh works in DaVinci. That's the only
Mm.
problem. That might be the issue. But if it does work in DaVinci, I will send over any and all that I have. Because the only reason is because I know some of them I got way before DaVinci even was a thing. Um, so sure.
Just a little teaser.
Yeah. Are you able to share?
Let's see. Yes, I am.
Cool.
So if you can see this,
Oh yeah, okay.
obviously you could see that the colors are not as
Well, it's
because it
muted.
like I said,
Yeah.
it's muted. So that way I'll bring up the colors in post.
Yeah.
But personally, just me watching this itself, I can tell the difference from me recording on here versus a camera.
Yeah.
I can actually see the disc travel the entire way too.
Yeah.
So,
Um, the question is, um,
of course, I don't have any audio on this right now, other than what, um, because obviously I haven't uploaded any of the audio yet.
well, did it record camera audio at least? Like in body, even without a microphone on?
Yeah, you can kind of hear me in here.
Okay, cool. No, I just want to make sure because that would have been a problem trying to sync it. That then you will have to actually do it manually. Okay, cool. No, yeah, and the best part is a lot of people. So DaVinci does what's called node color grading, so you
Yes,
make like
yes, they're
nodes and
no.
stuff.
Hmm.
Um, it's one of the top tier color grading systems. Like I
Okay.
personally, for my like higher end projects, I will
Mm.
actually go into DaVinci just to use the color grading and then bring it back into Premiere Pro because Premiere is fine. Like obviously that's my selected of choice, but their color grading is not like up to par to what DaVinci could do. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, but that's a little teaser. Like I said, look at this. I don't know if you can see the disc the whole way,
oh, I
but
can.
look at it. Just such a nice little turn.
Yeah, no, everything's looking good. The your f-stop's a bit higher, I believe, which is not bad. Um,
I think I did that 2 point or the 2.8,
okay.
2.8. I did do the 2.8. I had to play a lot with the shutter though for the get the brightness to make sure
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Because
brightness
like
wise.
well, you can see here because like if you went even higher than a 2.8, like the only thing that's out of focus is the 6, which is not that's not bad. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
you can tell it's a little soft compared to like the thing is though the tree literally in the middle is actually in focused.
Hmm.
So, which that's the only thing though is with lenses on the side, you start getting more of the it's not vignette but it's more of that like focus length of like it only focus on the subject matter in front. No, it looks sick. I'm excited to see the color tone, which I mean it adds a little bit more flair to it. But you could crush those greens, make the green pop. You could make the sky back to being blue. Like you could do some really cool stuff, or depending on what the color is in the sky, you could bring it back. Looks like it has a
You
little bit
know,
of pink tones.
I'm curious too because I had the autofocus on for my eye, but because I didn't look at the camera a lot, I wonder if that's why it focused in on the tree because that's
Oh
all I
yeah,
can
because
see.
it's so if you have those like autofocus on. I mean, you probably
Hmm.
even saw it in my previous my latest video when I like walked away on hole 18. That tree was right there next to me, but when I walked away from the camera, it focused on the tree because it
Hmm.
thought because the thing is it focused on the subject matter in the foreground or in the middle. So if you get away from that, it's going to try to refocus, yourself. It's trying to find you. And so now it thinks that it's the tree.
Right, because you can see even here when I put my thumb up there, you can see the focus and then click focus away.
Yeah. I would probably just keep it just focused for the wide shot. That's what I'm trying to say
Hmm.
is um a lot of these shots you're going to be doing are going to be more of that wide shot. Obviously, if you're
See,
doing detail shots of like the signs or whatever, you will get details. Um, you could do more of the, under the
God damn.
2.8.
So here's my issue too. Back to disc golf really quick. So this final step, I am way too much backwards. Where I've noticed this is I think this is what I've been told that's killing a lot of my distance. Is
Which
you
is
see
funny
how
because this is the
far
step
I
that
don't do.
Drew Gibson talks about.
Yeah, but my step is too far.
Yeah, you're technically like rounding. Was
I'm
is this?
like backwards.
Yeah,
I need to go forward. Like my foot here. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not.
I can see
Um
it.
my foot should be more here
Yeah,
and this should be more parallel.
but your arm should be more straight. Yours,
Yeah, but
if you,
because I take this huge last step, my what happens is my which ends up rounding because of it, my arm reaches out facing my legs like
yeah,
this, and then it's got to come back around.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this
It's
is my issue that I'm going to be working on this off season is right here is this final step. So if anybody's watching this on YouTube, of course, and you get to this point, this right here is one of those I'm when I watch videos and everything else, like coaching wise, I know what I'm doing wrong.
yeah,
I could see it, and this is why I could tell you or other people that are playing disc golf, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the issue. But I may not be necessarily good at it myself, but doesn't mean I'm not noticing things. You know what I mean? I can still
mm,
coach things on this stuff. So here's one of those examples. I end up walking backwards instead of just walking straight this way because I'm so focused. I'm trying to make sure my right foot is
yeah,
a little bit further that I end up, like I said, turning way too much. So now my line, like my footwork here wants to go towards the woods,
yeah,
right? Like if I was going this way towards the woods, that'd be perfect. But I'm not. Now I got to wrap all the way around here, you know, to get that full on thing. Because I think the brace and everything else is good,
hmm,
but it's that final step that just ends up killing me and killing all my distance and everything else.
yeah.
But a little tease for a video coming Monday. So
I'm excited for that.
yeah.
No, it looks good. It looks great.
So
Um,
I may turn off the what is it? I should turn off the auto focus,
yeah, and then just kind of just have it just manually focused
like a wide shot, just a
for just a
wide.
wide shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do that. I mean, obviously you could have the autofocus
It's still
on.
gonna look good, but
It's I mean, like it is what it is. I mean, like I had mine
mhm,
um on and it didn't really do too terribly. Because that was really kind of the test to see like how it will look trying the
mhm.
autofocus. And
Once
I
I grade it all and everything else, I'm
yeah,
really
I
super excited
enjoyed
to see
it.
that too.
Um, I might actually throw it into because I used so I technically don't have a lens on my Sony for work, like that I use for clients and stuff. I do everything manual focus pull
Hmm.
because um I'm behind the camera, so I could control it, obviously. But my camera does not, the screen display does not go on the side where I could see it. B, I would take more time trying to focus, and also I don't have the proper lens to give me an actual full wide to
Hmm.
be able to do it. And then C, um, I don't have a lens that allows me to use autofocus, so I that's why I use Sarah's. Personally, I if I was you, I would actually stay on the autofocus. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's going to eliminate the time of trying to keep it just in focus. Also, when you're actually like holding the camera and like walking or whatever, it
Hmm.
will keep you in focus the entire time with the eye tracking.
Right, right.
So I
And
would
it
just
doesn't look bad. It's not
no,
like
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't look bad
No.
either.
I would
Like I said, just watching that little clip and that little tease,
yeah.
this is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about like as great as these phones can record and do things now,
Yeah.
it just does not compare to the picture of an actual
Yeah.
camera, especially a camera that's not necessarily low end,
Hmm.
but mid range. Because if you're going to get a low end camera, you could still probably get away just with your phone because it's about the same.
Yeah.
But when you start getting to that mid tier cameras and everything else, that's when
Yeah.
it's such a game changer.
And that's why I even said you need to, even if it's, yes, it's easier to have like a mic on your camera as of, I get that. But as of right now, though, once you figure out how to just record audio still with your phone, those mics that you have are crazy good. Like the
Yeah,
last
they
one that we
are.
watched
Hmm.
with MVP, the disc one that you did, um, like you sound so crispy, especially when you're like
Hmm.
walking away, and like it just sounds so good where it's like you need that. And personally, I feel like you're good until those for some reason don't work anymore.
Hmm.
You don't need to upgrade camera like the camera audio right now.
Right, right.
I know it's a pain to do outbound audio, but like once you get it down though, and like you figure out how to edit
How
that,
easy it is.
it's
Yeah.
going to be so easy. Obviously, yeah, when you do get a microphone that you can plug into the camera, you don't have to edit at all, and that just it eliminates the editing time, obviously. But at the same time, though, like right now, the you've tackled two things out that are super important. A, the quality, now it's going to look way better. Even though the phones look great, it's just it's going to add another layer. But B, audio is crucial. That's the top tier.
Hmm.
Like that's the most important thing. Like if nobody can't hear you or they can't understand you, they're not going to watch. And so for you to fix that, that you're the thing is you have something that is giving you quality, good quality that you just need to keep using. So that's why I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
use your that because like that's why I tell a lot of people too. Like, there's a lot of times we forget like a microphone or something. I
Hmm.
tell them like grab AirPods or grab your phone and just talk like this. This is going to eliminate what's happening all out here because you're talking to a directional microphone.
Hmm.
And I try to tell people that you need to use something that's not just the camera because the camera just sounds awful. Yes, there is now AI enhancers and stuff that will clean up, but then it starts distorting your voice where it makes your voice almost sound robotic, or sometimes it sounds like you're like underwater because it's too what it's called you're damaging the frequency of the wave of the audio
Hmm.
files. So yeah, it's a little bit of a little camera talk as a
It's a
normie.
little bit. It was a lot of fun though. Speaking of, what did you think of the MVP video?
It was good. I like the series that you're going for.
It was
I
so unfortunate though. I was like sitting there like, "Ah." And not just the fact that like I said, people they were doing a photo shoot. I'm completely okay with that, but that I just missed it. Like that last putt there would have
mm,
determined on if I even had a chance to tie my round or not.
yeah.
Because of knowing of what two holes were left, I was like, I know I'm not going to get a birdie on five unless something crazy happens. Six, I could have got a birdie though to at least tie it, but I had to make that final putt.
I think it's just for me, it's more of like I'm not only watching just like that of like you enjoying like the disc and stuff. Obviously, that's the whole point of it. But for me, it's more of like where you came from your first video to now. I definitely pay attention to like your like audio. Obviously, this one I have to give you like super props. I really like your commentary in this one. You're getting more comfortable speaking throughout your shots. You're explaining what you're doing. You're keeping it engaging. Like I was watching it to the point where I blew through the 36 minutes and I didn't know that
Hmm.
I finished 36 minutes, like
Yeah.
you kept it entertaining. Like that's the thing is like you're getting better with that.
I will say that this one may not be as much commentary just for the fact that it was a lot of me more so in my mind focusing on the footage
Yeah.
itself. So just for anybody wondering, and you're like, oh, you're not commentating as much on this one, that is simply
Yeah.
because I'm sitting there focusing on, okay, my mind, thinking of the fact of making sure my phone's recording, making
Yep.
sure my camera's
Oh,
good and
the
everything
production.
else. So
Yep.
production and stuff like that. But once I get that down and figured out, especially if I could see DaVinci, if it does sync up, and if it does, then I'll just keep my phone in the side recording the entire time, not even worry about it. So
No, and that I mean, I personally like the video. You did a great job with everything that you did with it. I enjoyed it. Um, let me see here. Editing. Let's see here. You could do it exactly how I said it.
it does sync out.
Yes. So what you'll do is you put your camera video with your audio video, obviously,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
camera and audio onto the timeline, then take your phone audio under that on the timeline, highlight both of them, right click, auto like it should say like auto synchronize or synchronize audio or
Mm-hmm.
something, and then give it a designated spot. I will say like which part, because like obviously you have like audio one track, audio two
One,
track,
two
whatever. You
track.
say
Yep.
I want to track, or I want to sync it to audio one track or whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
on, and then it should move it to whatever it is. You take the beginning and the end part of the new audio that you want to use, and then just replace it. Which what I normally do is by replacing it is like once I cut the in and out point for the audio file, I just drag it up onto the actual like I overlap it on top of the camera audio and it just replaces it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I highlight both of them again, right click, and then I make sure that they're linked, because if your audio and your camera image is not linked together, and if you accidentally grab just the video file first and you try to drag it to somewhere else on the
Yeah, yeah.
timeline, your audio won't move with it.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden it's unsynced. Obviously you just command Z it and
Yep.
it'll undo it. But that's just a little thing that just makes sure that you just link it immediately, so that so you don't have to worry about any complications after the fact. So that's a little tutorial for you right there.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's it's a lot of fun. And I'm learning a lot, like
Yeah.
it's a lot of learning, trying to figure that all out. I'm super excited about it though. Super excited to get to editing this video, toss on, color grade it a little bit, toss on the LUT. And I
Makes
mean,
it fun.
yeah, a LUT just makes it easier, especially if you just toss it on. Or I could just go hardcore and use the wheels and do it myself. You know what I mean? Adjust the wheels and add the color myself.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I gotta send you the also I can send you a couple sites that I have that are that I have um
for work.
memberships for, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they actually have, all you do is type in like DaVinci Resolve presets and
Mm-hmm.
it'll bring out a couple. And if there's some that you like, I will download some and send some over to you too. So
Yeah. Um, no, it's a lot of fun though. Like I said, it's nice being able to use an extra camera, especially with, like I said, now that it's uploading here and I watch
yeah.
just that part with you, you could just tell the difference. And I
Oh yeah.
love that so much.
It
I
gives that
do.
more
And
film feel.
exactly, very much so, more film. And speaking of film feel, like we talked about last podcast, there's something about Fuji, that's just it has just like a special look to it. And it's funny because a friend of mine I grew up with, he saw my reel of me watching that clip of playing on there and asked about it because he's actually thinking about getting the XH2S, which is and because he really loves the look too
Yeah.
of Fuji. He loves the colors because, like you said, the color science of Fuji is just it's it's crazy how good it is, and it's really excellent. And he was talking about if he does ever come around to get making another film because he has made a couple movies, he really wants to make a film with the XH2s.
Oh yeah.
You know who it is.
Oh yeah.
Friend Derek. He messaged me today just talking all about Fujifilm. So and how about how he wants to jump to that side of things too.
I've been
Because he
trying
he actually
to.
said he sent me like a snapshot he took because they had to use Fuji cameras. He's like, just the color grade, everything in these cameras are just crazy. I'm like, that is exactly why I'm excited I got this.
Yeah, it's. I've been wanting to do a passion project with them for a while. It's just
Hmm.
we haven't been able to figure out what we wanted to do. Um, because I try to pitch a like a Christmas thing for him, like a Christmas slasher, but then I didn't know that
Hmm.
freaking Terrifier 3 was coming on. It was going to be a Christmas themed slasher.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
didn't knew that was happening until like when it came out, and I was just like, oh
Right.
crap, like now I can't even do anything because it's gonna act like I got the inspiration from that. And
Yeah.
I did not get the inspiration from, because he didn't even say that. It was just more, I was like, hey, would you be interested in doing something? And then like I pitched it of like, would you want to reminisce and try to do it in Wallen again? And then the one main thing was is resource. And I completely get it. Like there
Hmm.
is no resource in Walnut. And
No.
also you have 2 hours away from Chicago and stuff. So it's like it's a little bit difficult to make that happen. Totally get that.
Hmm.
So we got I'm gonna pinch him again for a different idea, but this time it will be probably here or somewhere else. But once again, though, we go to the factor of like resources, which there's not a production house down here, so you have to like go to Panama or something. So I have to figure out again like what I need to do. So, but yeah, it's I totally understand that.
Oh,
I'm
for
excited
sure.
though.
Oh yeah, no, so am I. And then, like I said, MVP video just dropped for anybody that has not watched it. Just go to KG Disc Golf, search that up on YouTube, and that will be on there already. This one that I have will be going up on Monday, uh, this coming up Monday.
Yeah,
And it was a new challenge, actually. I didn't do a full disc challenge or a full bag challenge or anything else. So I got something in store for you on this one. It was actually a lot of fun and made me had to have to learn and figure out creative ways to do shots for these holes.
yeah,
So that's what made this one a lot of fun. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with my creative side of things and what's
awesome.
going on there.
Yeah, definitely for me, it's I'm gonna be shooting something normal, just casual, just my full bag, just in Texas, doing something fun. I think it'll be my first course in Texas. I don't recall doing a course in Texas yet.
Hmm.
So I'm excited for that. I'm definitely just picking one morning and just doing that and creating. It may just be me. I don't think Cody might join. I mean, he probably will. I haven't even talked to him about it, but if he's interested, then obviously you'll probably see Cody in my video, and I'll definitely record him. But if not, um, it might just be me, just going out one morning and you know throwing some plastic. But obviously this is our Thanksgiving special. We have not said anything about Thanksgiving yet.
No.
So I actually have a little activity with you that involves Thanksgiving wise, and then we will end the podcast. But I asked Sarah this question this morning just to kind of like get an idea of like what, you know, what we could say and stuff like that. And obviously I could go through mine so that's I could help you out with things. I might take some ideas unless you could do it like literally off the rip, which I'm totally cool with that. But um I want you to think of you are hosting a Friendsgiving and you only have 5 seats left in this Friendsgiving. And out of anybody in the disc golf world or just pro tour and stuff like that, which
Mhm.
5 of those would you want to have? And obviously they'll come, but like which 5 um disc golfers would you invite? And what would they bring or task or whatever to the Friendsgiving? I have mine. I have my 5, but I just
On.
wanted, I'll give you a little bit of,
I think I have mine. I just got to double check.
okay. And then also, what would they like bring? I think I have a pretty good list. I
Okay,
kind of,
I have mine.
but
I have
I've
my
also been
five.
thinking about it literally all day. So that's probably why.
I have my five that I will bring that I would want to invite.
Okay.
Now, what they would bring is questionable
Yeah.
because I'm not sure.
Well, the bring is just kind of like a fun, like,
Yeah, so we'll go
what
back.
do you
You want to go
think?
back and forth here? I mean, if we say the same
Yeah. Yeah.
name, we
Yeah.
say the
Yeah.
same
We can go
name. It's
back and
not a
forth.
draft. It won't be a draft, of course. We can still say the same names.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
First one that comes to my mind, Brody Smith.
Okay. Mine's different. The first one for me is Simon Lazat.
Okay, Simon is on my list, but Brody Smith for me because just I feel like because Brody and I are like what a year apart, there's a lot of stuff listening to
Okay.
tour life and
Okay.
different things like that that him and I just like I've talked to him only a little bit, but never like truly talked to him. But just hearing his thoughts and everything else like that and the way he is and what he used to do and everything else is just there's just that gel of like, yes, I feel you because we are the same age. He's just like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, because you know, uh, Hunter and Trevor and them sometimes are completely lost. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, Brody, I know exactly what you're talking. Actually, I get your reference. So Brody for sure. I feel Brody would be a. Feel Brody's bringing the mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that because he's very picky. Just like meaning like he's very particular on how things are done.
Mm-hmm.
So I could definitely see that he's like very control on like the mac and cheese and stuff like that. So my first pick was Simon Lazam,
Mm-hmm.
and um I I'm putting him in charge because I know how he is with this because I've seen a couple of shows that he's done too with this. So I can't imagine this I guarantee you he has high standards for this, and that is he's going to be in charge of all the meats. So he's going to be the one that's cooking the turkey, cooking the ham,
Mm-hmm.
cooking all of that. I just feel like his, especially he's very particular on like his steaks. He's done a couple of those. I don't know if you've seen that one, but like the podcast where
No.
um they had like a steak cook off and he like won like twice or something. I don't remember, but
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he'll do really well with that. So I have Simon on the meats of like creating, you know, the turkey and ham or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, what's funny is well, go ahead and say your second one really quick.
Yeah.
And then if it's something the same on my list, I will say that same one. If it's not, then I will go different.
Second one, I got
I'll bring up
okay. You want me to
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Second, I have Gannon.
Okay, I don't.
Okay.
But he does look like Squidward. Did you see Alden Harris's video of him at the wedding? he's doing like this shuffle thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
way up here.
Yeah, the
People
Cupid
are like, "Is
shuffle.
that
Yeah.
Squidward?" And Holland's like, "Yes,
Which I know he's not going to listen to this podcast, but congratulations, Isaac Robinson.
yes,
Super cool that you guys
congratulations."
got married. But no, that's really cool. That must be fun, like going to weddings like that and like having just a ton of your like
Hmm.
just pros just show up for
Hmm.
disc golf. Getting Burr, I think he's just to me, it's just that typical like just that young energy. He's 19. I would love just to hear just aspiration on things. I just feel like humbly he would just talk about, just what he's going like what his energy is for disc golf. And I just really feel like it'd just be fun talking to him. Obviously, he's a kid. He's 19,
Hmm.
so he's definitely bringing the plates, the cups, the drinks, like the soft
Hmm.
drinks, and then he's also bringing a Lego set for after dinner too. That's how all of us could go and build it afterwards.
Right. Well, I'll go into Simon because you've already mentioned him. I did. I was already thinking the turkey. He'd be involved with the turkey instead. That just felt Simon-ish, but
Yeah,
definitely bringing Simon along as well. My number three, like I said, if we match, we'll say it. If not,
yeah,
we'll go different. I'm inviting my guy Yuli.
okay,
You should have known he was going to be on mine. He's definitely bringing that mashed potatoes because
yeah,
it is goaded. And we need the mash. Yuli feels like he knows mash is goaded as well.
yeah.
He'll take care of the mash for us.
100%. So these are kind of generic for like this, like what I said. I just put like sides, appetizer, desserts, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Just, because I mean, I can't really tell what they'll actually like bring. Just I was kind of, I was kind of lame on that part, but I did actually have them. It's going to be a little sneaky one. Probably not even on your radar at all. My third is actually Luke Humphreys.
No, but that's a very good one because I thought about that too. I was watching the
And
putting game, the new
yes,
episode, and I'm like, yeah, I've always been a massive fan of Luke, but Luke
so
is not part of it.
but the main reason though is not only he's just very just like chill, he's kind of more my like level T of just like that calmness, just kind
Hmm.
of like laid back, not really, caring, just kind of just chilling type of situation. But I really do feel like him and I are probably on the same level of like production aspect. I feel like he knows a lot about behind the scenes. I would love to talk to him about just creating in general, especially like obviously, he runs the GK skins matches for like, commentary and host. But I just feel like he has a lot of that knowledge, and I would love to just talk to him and just in general. But I definitely have him coming. I did put just sides. I just feel like he's a very much of a sides guy. He would enjoy just, you know, I don't know, maybe some sweet potato casserole or something, or this is something, really just unique and different for
Hmm.
sides. So, number four, because I guess we're kind of doing like a snake style.
Hmm.
Um, I actually have Kristen Tatar. She made it on
Same with
this.
me.
Okay.
Hmm. Yep, yep, yep.
Uh Obviously she's over there, Estonia.
Hmm.
I kind of compare it to all like Europe style. So obviously immediately I think about Europe, I think about like cheeses and stuff. So obviously I'm thinking appetizers. She's gonna definitely bring more of the hors
Hmm.
d'oeuvres, more of the finger foods, sausages, cheeses, all that goodies. But obviously, I mean, first off, she's just not only very humble on herself of just like, you know, who she is and just trying to figure out herself. And obviously, she's always said she has room for improvement and just stuff like that. But I just would love just to be able to sit down and just talk to her on just like
Hmm.
all of it, everything that's been happening. I just feel like also yeah, she was kind of in when she was in the younger, but she technically was a little bit more on the older side of things.
Hmm.
Also, she's actually my age, so it makes more sense of like I know she's FPO, but she is 31, or like she's like 30 or 31. But it definitely, it would be nice to just hear like how it is for her in this age. Like how does she keep up for things, and how does her endurance and stuff like that. And I'd love to hear just everything about that.
Hmm. You talking age-wise, I should have just put Luke Humphreys in there because it would have been Yuli, me, Brody. Like we're all up there. We all would have went to the same school. We would all been in high
Oh
school
yeah, you guys
together.
would have been just chilling.
No, but I did also pick Kristen Sitar. And yeah, no, I have her more so with the cheeses and taking care of the pies. Bring me my apple pie, Dutch apple pie, bring me,
Yeah.
the pumpkin, like just bring me the pies and stuff. That's I feel like she would be very good at picking out the right desserts and everything we needed. And some, like you said, she'd take be the desserts and appetizers because she'd bring the cheese
Yeah.
and the pies. So we have one more,
Hmm.
my last one. She's extremely fun. She's hilarious to watch. I always root for her. If I'm not rooting for Kristen, own Scoggins. I would love to have her at that party. She'd be a lot of fun,
I
and
do. I do have her.
she's bringing me all her fresh carrots, tomatoes, veggies, and everything else in her
Yep.
homegrown garden. She's bringing all that stuff, which is all could be good side dishes. Even warming up, like grilling up some veggies, to have on the side, and then on the same time having those fresh carrots and little tomatoes and stuff like that to go along with the appetizers. She's bringing all the fresh goods.
See, I actually have her. I don't know why, but she gives me like mama vibes. So like I feel like it's very comforting. I felt
Hmm.
like she was gonna bring like desserts and stuff. And so I
Oh,
actually
okay.
have her on desserts where she's bringing like cookies and
Oh, I'm
pies
sure she
and
would do that too.
that's what I'm saying. Like she gives me that like mama vibes. So
Hmm.
like I need that energy. I just feel like she would take care of all of us. So like, and she'd always be like, "Oh, you need to eat more. You need to eat more." I don't know. It just it
Hmm.
gives me that type of energy. So yeah, she did actually make it to the invite, and um, but yeah, that's what I had for that. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. Just ha-
That's a good.
incorporating with the for the holiday and stuff like that, but also like who you actually would have like if you were able to create like a Friendsgiving, like who would you actually invite? Um, so
There's a couple out there that I would debate on having, like you said, like Luke and Ezra, Aderhold and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I think the five I picked those definitely the five I would want to come along.
oh, definitely. I think in general, like yours would be great too. I feel like if I was there with you, I that crowd would give me I'm talking more on the guy side. It would give me more as like older brother vibes, like
Hmm.
to me of like kind of like not speaking to me like that way, but definitely giving me more of that like just outlook of like what you need to do. So that's how when you get to our age, you could go more above and beyond with what's
Yeah.
happening now. So, but and then also just to end it, we could go through our stuff too, but um right now, I would love for you to make your perfect Thanksgiving plate. Like, what are you expecting on that plate? Like, if you were able to make it the best ever, like this is the top tier. Just what are you getting, and
All
what do
right.
you have?
So
Like, what's your
for
what's your go to?
for me, my go-to, I know it's more of a Christmas thing, but sometimes they have both.
And I'm
If I
gonna
can have both, I'm going to ham. I'm not a big
likewise.
turkey person.
Yeah, same.
Not gonna lie, not a big turkey person.
It's just too dry. It just
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
not a
completely honest.
big turkey person.
Now, day after those turkey sandwiches,
Turkey sandwiches,
oh,
some
slaps.
mayonnaise, some
Yep,
salt. Yep.
that's good.
Those turkey's best made afterwards. Like
Yeah,
after you had the day for the rest,
but I'm a
next
ham
day
guy.
toss off some bread. Oh, I am
Holiday
too.
ham, the
Hmm.
glazed honey or glazed brown sugar, maple honey,
Hmm.
whatever holiday ham, whatever you want to call that. That's my go-to. I'm
Yep,
gonna say yes for that.
definitely the ham. Need the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Love the mashed potatoes.
Is it gravy? No gravy?
Gravy, gravy for sure. Gravy.
Brown, white,
I'm going. I'm going that white.
the white country style?
Yep, yep. Definitely the white. I'm going with Stuffing, I am a stuffing person. I
In or
personally
out?
like stuffing out.
Out of the bread or out of the bird?
Yeah, out of the bird. Just side of stuffing that's made on the side. And give me a good roll.
You want
I want a roll. Like
the whole
Hawaiian roll, a
Hawaiian
crescent
roll?
roll,
Okay.
just a roll. There needs to be bread and butter. Hawaiian
That's
roll,
funny.
crescent roll.
I'm
I'm
definitely
hitting
more,
that. I'm hitting a couple of those.
yeah. And then top it off with the dessert if you're done with your plate.
Oh, apple pie. 100% apple pie.
Apple pie, Cool Whip
I
on
hate
top.
all things. I don't even need that. Just give me the damn apple pie. Give me the whole thing with the fork. I will go to town on that thing.
That's funny.
Keep that pumpkin pie away from me. I hate all things pumpkin, by the way. For anybody that doesn't know me, not a pumpkin fan.
Have you had like a pecan pie before?
Nope. Why do you repeat? No, it's just the dumbest thing in the world. Don't do that. Don't. There's no reason for that.
That's funny. Uh, like what about your little like hors d'oeuvres that like before, like to kind of like munch on before the plate? Like what is some like top tier like little
So for
appetizers?
Thanksgiving, I feel it's weird because Thanksgiving doesn't really feel like. So for me, your cheeses and your summer sausage feels more Christmassy to me, but maybe
Yeah.
that's because too, hanging out with you, Cody, and stuff growing up, my other brother, our other brother-in-law. That's what it I feel.
Okay, that makes sense.
Um, for Thanksgiving, a lot of times for me, it's the carrots, the mini carrot, the baby
Yeah.
carrots, the little what do you call it? Those little tomatoes. I can't think of the term.
Yeah. I got you.
The
The
grape
cherry tomatoes.
tomatoes or
Yeah.
whatever, cherry tomatoes. Yep. Your celery.
Yeah, more of the
So
veggie
some ranch,
platters.
more of the
Yeah.
veggie platters.
We
Sometimes they
were
get
big with that too
chips
growing
there,
up.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I feel Thanksgiving is very veggie platter-ish.
Very veggie platter. Ours always had
Hmm
those like the sweeter kosher pickles and like black
hmm
olives
And
and
some fruit.
onions.
I would say like your
Yeah.
cut up strawberries, pineapple, cantaloupe. A good fruit bowl as well.
Yeah. Also, okay, for me, I'll do this quick. Obviously, holiday ham, boom, slap
Mhm.
that on my
100%.
plate. I'm a size guy, so also like I am in. I don't know if it's just because of my family or whatever, but definitely a lot of just other sides. So like the green bean casserole, I grew up with that. Absolutely loved it. When it's done properly, has to be done with the French style
Hmm
green beans. Sweet potato casserole, that is one of my top favorite side dishes. There was also like a some sort of hash brown casserole. Forgot what it was. That might be a German thing. I don't know, but it's like some sort of like potatoes casserole or like whatever. Um, Definitely that is top tier. It's kind of like what mom makes. Well, the
Okay.
that I think that's
hmm
what it is. Then let's see here. Obviously mashed potato gravy. I don't care what gravy, just throw gravy on it. That's how I feel
hmm
about that.
You throw
Uh,
gravy on everything and Thanksgiving.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, oh, I do like I do it because for my grandmother, not for anything else. I have to eat just a very small piece of like some sort of cranberry sauce. If it's served. A lot of
Mm.
people don't like it, but I do it for her. That was just one of my grandmother's favorites. So, that is one thing that I do, and that's just a traditional thing. For me, desserts, I'm with you, man. I'm an apple guy over pumpkin any day. Um, Apple pie, definitely. I would like some Cool Whip on it or vanilla ice cream on it just to make it a little more
Mm-hmm.
pop. But definitely though, give me a nice warm apple pie.
Yeah, apple pie. That to me, apple pie is golden. That's the best pie of all pies. Is apple pie.
Yeah.
And then I
So
like the cheesecakes. Cheesecake's good, but that's not really a Thanksgiving thing. I'm just talking general. Dessert
yeah,
wise, give me the apple pies,
100%.
cheesecakes. Keep me away from normal cakes. Keep me away from cupcakes. Not a big cake person. Ah,
Yeah. I'm more of a like I definitely more of the pies. I like
same.
apple pie.
Hmm
I do like coconut cream pie. That's more of like a
Ooh, lemon pie.
an indulgent, but
Hmm.
I am also a cookie guy. I love my cookies.
Oh, cookies are good. Cookies are great.
Um, yeah, I love different cookies. It doesn't matter which ones, the holiday ones even. I'm trying to think of the gooey
Not a
butter
big I'm not personally a big sugar cookie
sweet. Yeah,
person.
no. Oh, sugar cookie, that's right. But yeah, that's pretty much wraps it. I don't have anything else. Is there anything else you want?
Um, yeah, no, just quickly, there's rumblings going around, of course. Just keep your eye out. Nothing's official. It's just all illegible, allegedly type situations and stuff like that. Just keep an eye out. I know Prodigy did this with Ganon and stuff like that, but Isaac Robinson has a massive sale. I know it's holiday seasons, there's a bunch of sales in general, but his stuff is like 75% off sales. Like they are unloading on specifically Isaac Robinson stuff. So keep that in mind. He could be on the move. Of course, there's been talk since Worlds about this mania. That could be a possibility. I know there's talks about Innova and like with like Ezra, his brother maybe going there. But of course, they're both free agents. There's going to be talks about a lot of them going anywhere and everywhere because there's a lot out there. There's a lot of companies that need to re-sign players. Corey Ellis is, I think, years up, and I know Discraft's looking to keep him. But I've also heard that there is a manufacturer that will not be signing anybody. They're focusing just on who they keep in, a major one. So that means Trilogy, Discraft, Innova, or what would be the other big one? Oh, MVP. Or somebody that I guess is not signing anybody.
Yeah,
That's with rumblings. Just kind of keeping what they have. And I've also rumblings, take it with a grain of salt. That is a possibility that Lone Star is not going to be having a pro team.
really.
So we'll see how that is.
Well, like they said, they don't really need it. They're
They don't.
already a
They
plastic
don't.
manufacturer to begin with.
Mhm.
They were just doing this for funds. I think they spread out too much
Doesn't
and
mean that they're
they're
going
not.
away either. They
Yeah,
can
and
still
I don't
sell
think they
this.
ever
They still
will
can
because I
make
mean
this. Yeah.
they're literally they're taking recycled plastic that they're not using anymore and creating
Hmm.
disc. So it is what it is. And so I personally think that um yeah, they just took way too much and way too much off their I don't know, I feel like they stretched way too much. They are not making much money like they expected.
Hmm.
They tackled it in a very unique way. And as you could tell, I just don't think they're gonna do so hot.
Because
I'm interested to
even
see where the Nico will end up going then.
well, see, that's the thing though, is Nico it has his own with Sacred Disc. So it's technically like he took the Lone Star out of his profile, I guess, in his
Mm,
Instagram, but it still says Sacred Disc because he still will be partnered, I think, with Lone Star. I think that's where the difference is going to be.
yeah.
But I don't think he's going to be like part of the actual team. So he still might be throwing a lot of Lone Star stuff without being an official team member
Yeah. Well, he needs to
and just
get
keep
back to
rocking
the bag
his.
because I think that's
Hmm.
what's really messing with them.
Yeah.
But he had a very serious post about his wrap of 2024 and he was like, I am not happy with where I was. He goes, I was definitely having a difficulty year. He goes, and I own it. He's like, I don't know where I was mentally. Like I just it is what it is and I
Hmm.
need to,
Oh,
fix it. So he definitely felt it this year and I think yeah.
and quickly, really quick, um, the there's been slow releases of all this. Congratulations to Emily Weatherman. She won the FPO Rookie of the Year.
Really? That's good.
Yep. Jesse Niminen won the MPO's Rookie of the Year.
Okay, that's cool.
Uh, Evelina won Most Improved Player.
Oh, no shit.
Yep, exactly. And she still has a lot of growing to go,
She's yeah.
putting. but that's awesome. Congratulations
That's
to
great
her.
though. I mean,
Yes.
it's bound to happen.
Joey Buckets, most improved MPO player of the year.
Whoa.
But that's super solid because that
Okay.
dude, Joey Buckets, did fantastic.
I
Let's be
didn't know
honest
he
here.
needed to improve on anything.
No, but I mean, like going from last year to this year and winning events and stuff
Oh,
like
they're just
that, like
considering that
it's
as like
yeah,
okay, so
that
yeah,
that is
last
a
year was a soft
big
year, and okay, I
yeah.
get it.
hmm
I mean, I guess out of
Uh
anybody, I mean, it had to been him or honestly, him or Luke Taylor even could have
oh yeah, Luke was solid too.
probably could have gotten it.
hmm
Um, yeah.
Evelina, yet again, won another thing. She got comeback player of the year for FPO.
Okay. That's what's the difference between most improved and comeback?
That's the question
Is it
too.
just because of like
Uh,
wins?
maybe like I feel like that's more of like a Paige Pierce type of thing. You know what I mean? Like just anybody like that.
Yeah.
Comeback player. Now this feels more deserved. This makes sense. Comeback player of the year for MPO, Gavin Rathbun. He was on fire for a
Yeah.
while.
Okay.
And going through the injury and stuff like that, Gavin taking down the comeback player of the year. And that is currently the rewards that they have announced so far. Obviously, more will be coming through. They're slow releasing them.
Okay.
More would be coming by the time next podcast comes. We'll be able to hit up the rest of them.
Awesome. No, that's a good little update. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoy this podcast. Once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hopefully you guys are
Yes.
having a great time with your family, friends, or whoever, just in general. Hopefully you're eating some good food and watching some disc golf. A lot of people are posting things on YouTube, so definitely do that. Also, if you need to, go on DGN. They all have things as well. Where you have the
Putting
putting
game.
games happening, all that good stuff. So I mean, literally, you can still consume disc golf. I think right now, what I've been doing is I've been actually playing back on some rounds that I personally missed. Some because there's some weekends that I was super busy, and I'm
Mhm.
actually rewatching it. So, which has been good. Just kind of like paying attention to that. I've also been watching a lot of just like just disc golf in general, just to improve my game. So, like I said, I have a pretty heavily busy beginning of the year for tournaments. So, I definitely want to get up to par for that. So, other than that, guys, hopefully you guys have a great week. Please be safe and the traveling and all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you later.